thought I'd give you guys how I set up the bike for that massive long ride, or any long rides. Most important thing, this guy. It's a 36 tooth cassette. How I'm running that is, and notice I've got a short cage, but I'm running it with this thing, and that's a wolf tooth road link. Basically gives me the clearance. Technically, if I want to run a 36 tooth, I should be running at least a medium cage so I have enough chain tension. But since I'm running a short cage, what I'm doing is I'm just running a shorter chain, and I have to be aware of what gearing I'm in. I can do a 50 in the front and a 28 in the back, and that's fine, but I can't go to 32 in the back when I'm in the 50. And that's okay. Totally fine. The range is pretty solid, because when I spin 34 in the front and I get into, like, what is that? I don't know, 13 in the front, it kind of smooths it out. Lights. I was running this setup. So we have this guy. It's a 1600 lumen light from Light Pro Vision. I had this GoPro mount thing 3D printed, and that works pretty well. This is another Night Pro Vision light, 960 lumens, and this is a Night Pro Vision light, which I guess that's the new model coming out, so it's not on the market yet, but that's 550 lumens. They all run for pretty long. Yeah, they run they got a pretty long runtime. This guy runs for like 14 hours in low or something. This one's like 8 hours, and I can't even remember what it is. It's just stupid long. Yeah, and how I get all these to run, especially the Garmin, which only lasts for like 12, 13 hours, is I have a little USB stick. See that guy? This thing. It's a USB battery, which I'm actually using a bar extender. So that's how it's mounted, and I just plug it into whatever needs a charge. There's that cable right there. Yep, so that works that way. Yeah, so that's how I'm keeping my lights and Garmin going. The only one which it doesn't work with is this guy. This is one of their first few models, I think, where it doesn't work when it's plugged in. It actually turns off, and while it's in charge. It's kind of like all those Garmin 500s, where they don't work if they are plugged in. These two guys do, though. But yeah, I like this setup because I have one that shoots in the front, and these are kind of like veering off to the left and to the right, so I can sort of see corner entrances and the apexes. So technically it'd be easier to put a helmet mount on, but yeah, if you're going to be doing a long ass ride, it's just heavy as shit. Your neck's going to die out. Yeah, I need new grips. Yeah, backlights. That's another Night Pro Vision light, which it's like 120 lumens. I mean, it ran for the whole time you were out at night and in the morning. This guy I found at Lake Temescal. Somebody dropped it, posted it on the East Bay Facebook bike ride page, seeing if anybody dropped it, come and claim it. Nobody did, so I'm using it. But yeah, 50-34 in the front. My really well used felt, which will need to be replaced at some point. This thing's been seen a lot of miles. I put in like 7,000 miles this year alone. Yeah, love this thing. And yeah, my white saddle is still white, sort of. And that's my bike setup. So yeah, I think the next epic I'm gonna do is a Rolleur Society ride, and the other one is to ride around the bay. So those are gonna be long. It's probably gonna be this setup as well. Let's go ride bikes.